doing? Shock Talking is back, and as you know, we are so formal, so professional.
We're working on that.
Happy New Year. Happy 2018.
Welcome to 2018.
What have you done? What have you done in the last 3 days that have really improved your life?
I slept. I'm not a big sleeper.
I know you're not.
I have a hard time.
Did you know why you haven't been sleeping?
Tell me.
You,
Tell me. I'd like to know.
you are down to maybe 9 pillows. You're losing some pillows.
Oh, well,
Y'all,
I do love pillows.
Camille, no. I don't even know why you're on a bed.
Because
Even if you were in some sort of a hammock that just encompassed you with pillows.
I put one here, and I've got one in between my knees.
Do you have one here?
Well, it's probably going to go there, but yeah, I will, yeah.
Okay, so
I
here
think I need just a
between
big tube pillow that kind of worms around my body or something. I would love that. That'd be great. And I don't even need a blanket if I got pillows like that.
honey, like you don't even need a husband.
No, nobody's. It gets me
Did you
hot.
see that? Did you see how she did that?
I know. I gotta watch that. What do I do? Just
See, she is always in frame.
Automatic.
Always, friends. You wonder why she gets dick pics. You know, how many episodes have we done where you don't have Kleenex right here and you're always fidgeting with the lashes?
People are probably just going to be bouncing and laughing at her. That woman, she's just out of control.
Do you ever wear turtlenecks?
I don't. You know why? I hate something on my neck.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing.
Yeah. I think people either, Todd, do you?
I'm V-necker. I V-neck.
Do you wear turtlenecks, Todd?
Why would
Third
you?
grader?
Why would you? Because it's not 1982. No, I don't. What?
Yeah.
That was 70s, actually.
Anchorman.
You're right. Yeah. No. Are turtlenecks still a thing?
I don't know, but I don't know. I know somebody that used to be in my life used to wear mock turtlenecks from Costco.
Like you mean just the thing and then?
Yeah, just not the turn down, just the thing. Here's the deal.
Ew.
Here is
That's
my.
actually cooler though. I would think so. Meaning colder.
I
See,
know,
it's
but
the heat that bothers me.
here's the deal. Guys, if you're going to wear any form of a sweater that's tight,
Well.
don't have man boobs,
Right. Well.
right? And the mock turtleneck with the man boobs is just mockery all over.
I know. Or wear a jacket over that. I mean,
Yeah,
look,
like a
I got-
blazer.
I got some curves. I'm a plus size lady. So I
Again.
I know, right? But I will. I got a little tummy and I got a few rolls. So
But you are trimming down.
I am
Girl,
trimming.
I watched
I'm
you
down 5
exit.
pounds.
No, you are.
And I guess my ass is getting smaller. Where I want it is right there. Isn't that how it
You know
goes?
what? Yes, but you're not losing it in your cha-chas. And most females, when they first lose weight, they lose it in their cha-chas.
Well, I don't mind that either. I mean, just saying, I got plenty.
She's like, I got
I'm
got
okay.
storage.
I have an economy pack, so I'm okay if I go down to
okay.
just regular
No, you
size.
are. You're leaning out, girl.
Yeah, in my legs. But anyway, I'm down 5 pounds, and I really have not done a lot. I'll be honest. I'm just
Yeah.
thriving. I'm just doing
You
my.
look how you match. By the way, you've got
I
3
know.
of them on because I saw you slap
do.
one
I
on your
have one-
stomach.
Well, I'm not going to show you my
Camille's
little
like-
chubby tummy, but I have one right there. See?
I
Can
know.
you see it through
I
my
got
shirt?
mine. In case
Yeah,
y'all are
I'll be look like I'm wearing a turtleneck with a see-through.
Do you know how many people
Shows
ask
all
me?
the wrinkles
Do you know
and
how many
creases.
people ask me like, "Are you trying to get off cigarettes?"
What?
Like it's a Nicoderm
It's a
patch.
patch.
I go.
Or did you say that you have blood drawn or something? I'm like, because I usually wear mine right there, and I'm like, no, it's my vitamins. It's my,
Yeah,
it's my-
we're like because that's what Band-Aids look like.
right.
They're that big.
I'll bet the manufacturer just thought we need to color these things up because they look like, they look like Band-Aids.
You know what? Actually, if you go on their site, there's like leopard prints.
I know.
There's
I
all
love
kinds
them.
of
And
stuff.
blues and the greens. I buy a variety so I can wear them with my outfit.
Camille's
I'm
like, I need
pink
to
today.
color coordinate.
I am.
Anyway,
I like that stuff. I will buy jewelry all matching. I try
I
to
know
make.
you are.
I like sets
I
of
would
stuff.
love to just be a fly on the wall in your jewelry cabinet because
I
you
got
have.
lots of jewelry.
I'm gonna use this big word again. You have a plethora of jewelry. You do.
It's a phenomenon, y'all. I do. I love jewelry. If I
We lost Todd over
I'll
here.
tell you, my second career would be making jewelry. I would just love to sit there and just put stuff together and just design it. And it's kind of a little secret of mine, but I don't know how much money I'd make with that. But I love people too much to sit alone and do that kind of stuff. But that's the other side of me. I
So
love
if you ever come in for a therapy session with Camille,
puzzles.
and
I will
she's
put
sitting
puzzles
across the
together.
table and she's not looking at you, not one time. She's just busy beading away or bedazzling or whatever.
Dazzle everything.
Just know
And I
that's
love
her own
gadgets.
therapy.
I love gadgets. Did you see my new gadget I got for Christmas?
She got a taser,
Oh
y'all.
my God.
She got a police taser. Todd, like a little girl, ran from the
Hey,
room.
little girls are strong. Like a little, I can't even say that. Like a worm.
Todd, you put your hands down here and you ran away. You ran away.
That taser was pretty powerful.
I do not need any of that drama in 2018, all right? So
Okay, well.
a taser or
No police activity in
No, I
2018.
don't need
Back
it.
alley.
Smoky bars, back out. I don't need any of that drama in my life. That's for somebody else to deal with.
Yeah.
Yup,
Well,
yeah.
now
And
Camille,
that sound scared the living hell out of me.
you know
You
what?
weren't tasered in jail, were you?
Not that I know of, but
You would know.
I would
You
know.
know.
You would know.
That is
Face plant.
that is
Boom.
a scary sound.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So
You know,
I
and you
love that
see
now.
YouTube videos all the time of people going, just taser me and let's just see how it feels.
Oh my hell, why would they do that?
God, the sound alone.
I know.
And you said you used to
That's
have one that would
electricity.
shoot across like a
still do.
Spider-Man.
I still do.
Spider-Man.
It's got tentacles that leave the gun, and it latches on. This is the police kind. Okay, I got it from a SWAT guy actually. But you shoot it, and it does it. It'll shoot. Probably to the end of that wall. So he's got to be.
Damn.
I know, right?
You better run.
But it's got to hit, and then it does. Continue to shock
Yeah.
until they get it off of them.
I wish I had that and I could use it online. You know why? I got catfished this week.
Again.
I know, again. I am too effing old
What
for
the hell?
this.
To waste time. We don't have time to waste, y'all.
I tell you what, and here's the deal. You are the king of like dating online. I'm not online.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You
The
do have a
king?
lot of. Well,
I have a presence online, but not the king.
How many dating sites are you on?
17.
See?
is there 17 out there?
Yes, there is.
You counted.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Are you
Did
on
you
Farmers
research?
Only?
I might have been for a minute.
Are you kidding
What?
me?
What?
of course
No,
not.
no. If you have, I just want to know what are the people like that are on there.
I know nothing about
I
it.
want to know if I'm related to any of them.
Yeah. Well, I'm the farm girl, so I wonder my.
Camille's from Back Alley, Provo.
Smoky Bars.
Smoky Bars in Provo.
There's so many in Provo.
Bring an army.
Oh my God. Oh, yeah.
No, so here's what happened. So this guy follows me on Instagram and sends me a message, right? So I look at his profile. I'm like, oh, he's cute, but he's way too young. So he starts talking to me. I showed you his
They
picture.
don't matter, guys. Though. I mean, really, I get it, right? We all get it. Yeah,
No,
she's got it
he,
going on.
like really, he was 31, and I was like, yeah, no. And I told him like several times, like, thank you, you're so sweet, but
you're too
no, no.
And we know what you want.
And the argument was always like, but I'm so tired of dating girls my age, and they're not mature, blah, blah, blah. So I'm looking through his pictures, you know, and they're pictures like on vacation, pictures with the sister. They're not all selfies, which is usually the red flag.
Oh, you know what? You're right. They're not pictures they would take themselves. I've noticed this. The guys that are catfishing me, it's like a public picture, or someone else could get that off of some sort of website.
Right.
Yeah.
Or pictures that have no head, like here's my hot bod.
Right.
Right, but there's no
Right.
head to it. So all of a sudden, you know, I will notice like throughout the day, like he is going way back on my Instagram
Like
picture,
history?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and liking stuff from like 1801.
What?
And you know,
This guy's taking his
you know when you have a
time.
string of likes from the same person, you kind of go,
You notice them.
"Whoa," like, whoa, this you are stalking. You're doing a little too much.
If I get over 4, I'm a little bit. This guy's really taking too much time on me. But yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm thinking, okay, he's a really hot-looking guy. Why is he talking to me, and why does he not have a date on New Year's Eve or whatever, right? And so he watches our podcast.
Oh.
And he will comment about some things that we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why it took me, Todd, this long, because the last time I was catfished, this is how I caught him. I said, are you awake?
I'm
Okay. Todd's
making
like,
sure I'm not getting caught here. Go ahead.
Todd's like, wait,
Yeah.
what's that name?
This is going to be uncomfortable.
So I said to him, he goes, hey, he was talking, this is probably New Year's Eve, right? And I said, yeah, just as long as you're not catfishing me. And he responds back, he goes, oh, hey, I've got to go. I'll find you later. He's never done that, right?
Oh.
And
so you
I
called him
went,
out. He went. "Oh."
So when he came
Score
back
me.
on the next day and he made a comment about one of our podcasts, I said, hey, will you send me a picture with you holding up 3 fingers? Crickets.
Crickets.
And nothing happened like the next day. I even posted a picture that I thought, okay, he's probably going to,
He don't like it.
Nothing.
Have we had anybody leave our Shop Talking family? Anybody like pull out of this group because maybe that's him?
Oh, I don't know. I don't follow
know.
that closely. So I wrote him back. I mean, of course, I blocked him, and I wrote him back, and I go, just so you know,
I know you catfished me.
just so you know, you're that guy, and I will make sure I spread the word.
All the girlfriends are knowing not
nothing.
to follow you.
Nothing. But you know what?
Well, he's feeling like an asshole, and he kind of
No,
is an asshole.
Todd, what do you think? I mean, you've done this enough.
You mean catfish?
Excuse me?
Has any women ever catfished
Because
you?
I don't think he feels bad. I think he just got caught.
Oh, he's embarrassed, or he would have kept trying to perpetuate the lie.
Let me ask you this. What do you think his end game was?
Yeah, because when you get in person with him, what's that going to be? It ain't
You know
him.
what's funny? Like, he never asked for my phone number. He never asked for anything as if, like, I mean, he would
There's
say
no
something
moving
stupid
forward
like,
stuff, yeah.
you know, we should go to Spain. Here's a picture of me on this beach. It was so much fun, blah, 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 right? You know?
He's just consuming your time, honey.
So it's
And he's probably 50.
there's a segment
saying.
out there. There's a segment out there, and
He's in prison.
And there's other shows that have done stuff on this, where people create an online life that is superior to their real life.
That's
Right.
exactly what it probably
There's
is.
a
And
country
he's
and
living.
western song
He's
about
living. I'm assuming that talking to a former Miss USA and flirting with a formal
He's somebody.
is just that's giving him what he needs.
Got some credibility that
Okay,
way.
but what's the harm in it, really? If he hasn't done anything to violate your
We didn't touch
Okay,
her.
but no, he didn't. But here's the deal. I mean, you led me to believe you were something
That's
you're
what
not.
we women get upset about.
Right.
So
Don't lead me on.
You pig over there. What you just said was
I know I was asking the question to hear the
right,
answer.
and you're not really a pig. You're
I'm
a
a little-
piglet. But
yeah.
what? No. What I'm saying is, a guy tends to think as long as I
love
didn't
Todd.
touch her,
Yeah, it's okay.
it's okay.
Yeah, but
No,
he's
no,
got
that's,
he's
no, that's
online
painting with a
messing
broad
here.
brush. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if he's interacting with you and it's making him happy, and for a certain, he obviously doesn't know what your end game is. It puts the onus on you to determine the terms of the conflict. Meaning, if you know he's probably full of shit, you have the decision to make. Do I want to keep just messing with this guy, knowing that there's nothing happening
Do you
here?
think there's women that they still play along when they know they're being catfished?
Oh, probably.
Oh,
for the
absolutely
attention.
there is. I guarantee there is.
And I've done this
Because the
only
thing is,
because
with him, it was like, I don't have time to talk to you, and
Right.
you're always there, and oh my gosh, and I didn't respond to him every time he messaged me, but
No.
literally, it became like several times during the day. And I'm
So he's a
looking at
little
his
obsessed.
picture, and I'm
Little
like,
obsessed, yeah.
yeah.
hang on a second.
Well, then,
like,
then it puts the responsibility, unfortunately, on you to determine the terms of the conflict.
right.
which is every woman out there.
Sure,
y'all.
of course.
Any online thing.
Well, that's online in general.
Yeah, any
Yeah,
online
yeah,
thing is
yeah.
risky business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you, I would say this: if you're willing to have a conversation with anybody online, those are one of the risks that you're inheriting.
Stranger danger.
Right, and that's why I'm just going to offer my suggestion right off the bat. What's your last name? Oh, it's Marshall. Will you please send me a picture with 3 fingers? I asked.
But don't, or it'll, no, that's not always the picture she needs. It might be 2 fingers. It might be your tongue out.
Oh
It
yeah,
might be-
yeah. I mean, you just
yeah,
make up
yeah.
something
It's
that
the guys
they are
watching going,
responsible at that time.
Look, my
Hey,
3
yeah.
fingers.
They're like, hey, buddy, can I take a picture of you with 3 fingers?
My last
like
name's
that?"
Marshall.
Whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
It took him that long to catch
I
on.
don't know.
God, we were
I was
going
going with
10
the joke. Going, oh, they're playing jokes. That's fun. Go ahead. All right, you're there now.
I'm there.
You know what though? You remember the guy that wanted to slut me up?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Can the term of that? I want to slut you up.
I
we're
asked
human
him.
beings,
I
not just
asked him for
bodies.
that picture, like right off the bat.
Yeah.
He did send it, but he was offended.
Oh, he was offended.
Right?
What is that about?
Does that?
Now,
does
y'all,
that mean
man.
he's done that? I mean,
Well, no, and this is the thing. For him to get offended, that was a red flag, because I'm telling you something right now. If someone wants to verify who I really am, I would, sure, no problem. I get the world I'm living in. It's an online thing. It's not real.
Yeah, but
And
Camille-
men need to prove that they're trustworthy. Number one button for a female, y'all, is security. If her security feels breached, you aren't going on a date with her.
No.
If she feels unsafe with you, and when you say I want to slut you up, that's a little, what's next? Chainsaws and whips? I mean, it's like, seriously, that's kind of what I'm thinking is just the term, I'm going to slut you up.
It just
That is so, like, that's what every girl wants.
So I have a take on that.
Tell me.
In this online world,
Yeah, what's another porn image? I'm
we
sorry.
we have lost the ability to communicate properly with each other.
It's all about body.
We literally have.
Body parts.
You go online right now, and I like you or dislike you. My first impression of you is how you look.
True.
I either swipe yes, ooh, she's good looking, or swipe no,
no.
because it's same for me. You guys look at me and go yes or no. You go to the airport, you use a kiosk, you throw your bag on the thing. We don't talk to anybody anymore. So the ability to communicate is lost.
Well, I communicate all day long with
Right.
people, and I'll tell you what, that's what effective communication is about, is FaceTime.
you're yelling.
I'm sorry. My ears might be clogged. I don't know what the hell.
No, but I mean,
I'm sorry. Yeah,
but
sorry about
look at why people come for therapy, because they need to be heard.
Yeah, they do.
They need to
to
have
communicate.
communication.
Yeah,
I was just talking to somebody last night that's a very well-renowned public speaker, and he was talking about what cell phones and other gadgets like that are doing to our youth. And that there's actually, I didn't realize this, but at the MTC in the LDS church,
The Missionary
they even
Training
have
Center,
wooden
MTC.
fake phones to help kids
Get off of
detach
that?
themselves from the need of being on their device,
Oh my gosh.
right? And it all stems back to, they actually have communication courses that they're teaching, because people don't, especially that younger generation, they don't know how to communicate anymore.
Oh, I have got the best communication programs. And because I can't imagine not being able to sit in front of somebody and look at them and talk to them. You miss so much just reading a text.
Yeah.
Or it's just even seeing a picture or video.
Did we, I can't remember if we talked about this once or not, but I did a story a couple years ago, and they were talking about retailers were complaining because people were spending so much time in the dressing room. They're spending so much time in the dressing room because they're taking a selfie, waiting for X amount of response from people they may not even know, as if it's
Validate.
good enough for me to buy this or not.
Unbelievable.
Men more than women.
Unbelievable.
Right? So now we're in a place, and it's just like what you were saying, Todd, with the whole, and look, I'm in the single world too, and I'm going to look at somebody that I'm attracted to. I kind of think that's just us as humans.
It is. Well, we're looking for chemistry. We all want real. We all want chemistry, which it has to be there, or there's no connection.
Well,
So I agree with that.
right, not a real catfish, but
No, well, that's not real. That was just someone
No.
dangling a picture thinking this would be her type, you know. And it isn't, look, bodies, it's not like the body type is what we're going for. Maybe some people, okay? But what really keeps a relationship longer than, 3 months, because 120 days, by the way, is typically when people start discovering who they really are, is the ability to enroll each other continually in the relationship. I know that sounds weird.
okay, but is that
it's
the secret
enrollment.
of not being complacent in a relationship?
Yes, it's enrollment and it's staying present. It's real communication. Look, human beings lie. People lie.
Right.
Okay, lying. You're putting just when I'm doing a selfie, I'm looking kind of thinner. I'm
See that?
lying. I'm lying.
Doing that again.
But it's like, yeah, I'm trying to prove a point. But I think people innately we do lie. We want to put our best look forward, right?
Right.
So
Well, I mean, look at the apps that are out there
Yeah.
now, right?
Right, exactly. So that kind of stuff is real. I think that's everybody's going to do that, but you have to know the nature of the beast.
I think I stink.
You do? Are you smelling your
Do-
pit? Are you?
I'm wondering if you know what this is? I
What
just
are
figured
you
it out.
smelling?
I wore this. No, shut up. Get over here.
Are you-
I wore this sweater to court, and there is real. No, shut up. There is real nervous sweat, and I think I sweated the sweater in
Is
court.
that what the smell is?
I'm gonna keep my arms down. Have y'all ever? You've had
I'm loud
that?
today, and she stinks.
What is going on? We're just having a real
This is-
serious
Now
like
look how she's sabotaging me. Look what she's doing.
somebody
I'm off my
Camille,
thought.
Camille, somebody got uncomfortable with the relationship communication stuff.
Now, Gretchen, keep your pits. Keep
I'm
your
just
pits to
gonna-
yourself.
Somebody got uncomfortable.
Raise my hand
Where
like
was
this.
I? Where was I, Todd?
No, seriously though, you were talking about
Enrolling in the relationship.
Yeah, well, relationships last, honestly, because people can be real. But people do lie, and so, and it's just silly stuff. And it could be where you at. I'm driving home, but you're really sitting in the parking lot, It's simple stuff like that. But those kind of, they're basically, they're blocks to intimacy.
yeah.
So, and people, it takes a lot to kind of be real with your person all the time. But in the beginning of the relationship, that's all you want to do is just let them know you and be as real as possible.
But even sometimes being as real as possible is not really real.
Exactly.
Right?
But
you know,
authentic.
when maybe you say something like, I love to cook, when reality is you're like, nah.
You're just selling him on that.
Pizza
so he
Hut,
wants
are you going to deliver? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, my most unfavorite line is,
What?
you complete me.
Oh, that was the line in a movie.
Right, because it's
But
stupid.
people can't complete people.
Well, then you're always you're going to be disappointed.
Look, and this is really the theory of, is marriage really workable in the future? And we have had a decline in people getting married. And I will say that some of the conversations out there are that men don't have to work at getting sex. Back in the day, you know, even when I was growing up, you know, men kind of wanted to please the woman, and they didn't have sex with you until you were married. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what we were raised on, is that's the value. And I'm not going to do that till I'm married. So, but I do think that sex was part of the benefit of being married. It's not that you don't need to do that anymore.
No.
Sex is so available. It's so accessible. They can see anything, do anything, watch anything, probably be part of anything, because sex is so prevalent. But notice what we're having as a society, a problem in society. Because I do think all this Harvey Weinstein and Matt Lauer and all these other power players, and it's not just in the the expensive people world. Okay, this is happening everywhere. It's happening, and I do think people, children, our kids, it's all objectification on sex. Mm-hmm. And people don't have to get married anymore to have it. So that's why I think marriage is on the decline. I really do.
I think there's several points to that, in that, one of the things Camille and I, we wrote a reality show called Starting Over, which is based on the fact that over 50% of our nation is divorced.
Right.
Second-time marriages,
70%,
70%
yeah.
fail.
Yeah.
So
Dr. Phil just had a little segment on that, and I think it's like 49% first marriages fail, and then there's a progressive chart that second marriages and age gap is a critical factor too. It's like 172% chance likely that you're going to get divorced if there's a 10-year plus age gap in either way, male or female, and if you've been married before. It's like, wow, statistically, it's just doomed to fail. Scary.
I think it's interesting because how long have you been single?
I'm on 2 years.
Okay,
in
so
April.
Good job,
Yeah.
guy. Good job.
I'm getting there.
Seriously, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, thank
I really am.
are y'all done?
you. Go.
I love Todd.
Felt
I
good.
met, like
That felt
he
good.
started out as a client with me, and this was not possible. When we had our,
Y'all had some cat fights, didn't you?
oh my Lord, we were at it. This is one of the
Saber tigers.
one of the only clients that ever told me to go F myself. Just saying, and that I continue to talk to. Now, y'all, people in my office, it gets loud. You want to know why I'm loud? I was working till 10 o'clock last night in the loud room. It gets loud. And I let people be self-expressed, and when they find out about things inside of a relationship and they get upset, or I'm kind of leaning on them to have some integrity or whatever, people don't like it. Mm-hmm. But I ain't going to pull back. I ain't going to sell out on him. But with Todd is a truth teller, and Todd's a truth seeker. Todd was just in pain.
Well,
He was just in pain.
let me tell you this. You patted my head. I'm going to pat your head now.
Thank you.
You were the most real
Oh.
human being I've ever been around, and that was my hook to you, because you called me on my bullshit.
Thank you.
You called my ex on her bullshit, and she didn't like that.
Oh, I know.
She gone.
Gone.
But you kept it real with me, and what I liked about it is you called me an asshole. You
Mm-hmm.
called me all the things that I've been called 100 times, but you stayed with me.
Yep. Oh yeah, I
And
ain't
that's
gonna quit
very
on you.
different. That's very different. It's really easy
So
to call
instead of just being in anger and calling you a name and then walking away.
So you're an
what do
asshole,
you-
but I'm going to help you.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
You're
it.
a
right.
dick, but I'm going to help you.
That's it.
And-
Because I believe in you, and
Yeah.
you are great. You're awesome, and I told you, your future is so bright. You are going to have so much joy in your future. You have no clue how happy you're going to be when you're done with all that crap. And look, see where those back alleys are out of your life.
Yeah, right. Just had to eliminate some smoky bar scenarios, and off we go. But
I can see the T-shirts coming. Smoky bars and back
back
out.
alleys, right?
Love
Bring an
that.
army.
Bring your machete.
But I think it's
I love these inside jokes.
it's important because Gretch, I think about you and all the things you're saying, and I can't imagine being in your scenario. A guy coming up to you has to have his shit wired. Now
Right.
that's not because of anything other than Miss USA is Miss USA, and
That's it.
that's just how it is. I mean, you
That's
didn't
it.
ask for that drama. You didn't ask for that. Like, people gotta. But if I'm a guy, I gotta have my shit straight.
Yep.
And I gotta be a big deal. That's my initial Like if I'm
What
gonna,
you think?
He reads that with you. Absolutely. And he's
Oh.
right. There's
but I know you now,
Right.
And I know that that's absolutely true. No, I'm just kidding.
and she
No.
but isn't she so down to
Yeah.
earth? Isn't she amazing?
And
though?
she's amazing.
I
And my
know.
point is, so if
funny.
I base my whole online life on
So much.
Yeah.
here's Gretchen,
Right.
Miss USA, she's 12. I've got to
Yeah.
I've got to have my shit dialed in. So I'm going to say some things that maybe
Yeah.
aren't, because I need to get in that door. And the reality is once you have that, but the world we live in, I don't get to just come up to you and talk to you.
True.
No.
It's very hard for me just to get to you.
And that's the good point. I mean, that's the point that we're really trying to make about this online communication is you don't really know what you're getting.
Nope.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know.
But
you-
look at
you
how
don't
that
even
brought
know-
everybody to the same level. Think about this. Social media brings everyone in the same level. I'm liking pictures of movie stars, okay? So that's their Instagram page. So you are a star, okay? So people have access to you through these social media sites.
Right.
Which does bring a lot of average, okay, bad word, but average, in our world, in your world, in his world. Because there is no hierarchy. They do have access to you now.
Right. And it's a catch because in my line of work, I have to promote myself
Yep.
because I endorse for companies.
Yep.
So the more followers I have, the more of
Yep.
a commodity I am. If you think about it, I mean, and I don't want to relate people to this, but if you think about the whole system of what pedophiles started a long time ago in pretending to be somebody they're not,
You bet.
to lure in
Yeah.
their catch.
They groom you.
It's
They're
kind of
groomers.
like, well,
Yeah.
okay, how many people out there are saying whatever they think that other person, classic profile online dating, right? I think I'll just make it up. And I'm not kidding you. There's a country western song written a few
Oh, I
years
know, I
ago
know
that's
this.
about,
Great.
online, I'm awesome. But in real
Yeah,
life,
yeah.
as a matter of fact, I just saw MTV's going to come out with a new Catfish show.
They are?
Yeah, it's coming out.
Because this is real everywhere.
And the
Yeah.
point is, and you were telling you had a little client that actually flew out of town.
Oh yeah, no, one of my sweet clients, he thought this guy was the real deal, and he's texted me, Camille, what am I, how am I looking? I'm like, you're gonna meet some new people, but January is a little bit volatile, y'all, through middle of January. It's kind of an interesting time. But for this guy Dave, he flew out to meet this guy, and the guy never even picked him up. He didn't even show up. He gets to the airport, he's catfished. This guy just set him up. It's like, and he's texting. I'm like, so sorry, baby. And I did tell him he's got more guys coming, so just not hang on.
Yeah,
Just the
yeah.
one he's
But you're
thinking.
standing there in the airport.
He's catfished.
Do you remember when
wasting all that time and money? That's what irritates.
That's
it's a time
the-
waster
and
for
it's
me.
the hope. He was hoping that this is legit.
Yeah.
Because I think people that meet online, whatever capacity that is, I mean, you're there because you want to meet somebody.
right.
Right?
And I recommend, what I would say is not just send a picture looking like something. You do a video chat. You can know in a video chat within 10 seconds how things look. I've had this interesting, weird thing happening with someone. I don't know where the heck they're from, but I think there's a numerous attempt to reach
Provo.
me. It's an out of the country kind of thing. But there's something interesting happening, and I don't know how I picked this trail up. But they actually, because I'm like, well, you got to show me a video. You want to, you say you want to promote or work with me or whatever. And that's their hook with me, right? It isn't Hey Baby, and there's some Hey Babies. But whatever, I'm not going to go for that. But this guy, he had this fake video. And so
In his library, he's like, I'm going to choose.
I'm thinking, this guy, he knows me. He knows what I'm going to say. Because I said, we are not moving forward until I can actually have a video chat with you. So I can't talk to you about what you want to promote or whatever. I'm not flying to, Italy to do whatever if I don't know who the heck I'm talking to.
What was on his video? It was just like some
It
canned
was just
thing?
him sitting there looking, no verbal, nothing, just
Oh my gosh, guys.
His audio's not working.
Hello?
His audio's not working.
Whatever.
But he's just going to sit there and look at the camera.
Why not Skype? Why don't you just do, I mean, it's there it is. I'm talking to you, you're talking to me.
That's
I
what I'm
wanna
talking about.
see it.
If there's a legitimate connection or they're real, they will Skype you. They will video
Yeah.
you. But like your guy, when you said, catfish, or you sent a picture with 3 fingers, whatever, he ghosted you.
He's gone.
He's gone.
You remember when I went to LA? I went to LA in November to do this video that I was working on, and I'd been talking to this guy on and off for probably 4 or 5 years. a long time, you know. He would just kind of come in, you know, and say hey, and we'd chat for a little bit. And
I saw a picture of this. We did
yeah,
that. Yeah.
Never
Nice
met
looking man.
him.
Yeah. History of a lot of money family.
Yeah, I mean,
Supposedly.
so he all of a sudden gets a hold of me. I'm like, hey, you know what? You live in LA. I'm actually going to be in LA. We should have a drink. He's like, perfect. Oh my gosh, we finally get to meet. I even Googled him to find out, okay, is this person legit? The name and the pictures went together with what I had seen. I get there, nothing.
So he's even got an online presence with, and so did this one other guy, by the way, who was trying to promote me.
Yeah, he like went through some stuff to make himself legit that he's not.
That's what this guy did too. He had a LinkedIn page. He had some fake pages. So when I Googled the name, I could see that name in the picture. I'm thinking, wow, this guy went to lengths.
Yeah.
Yeah, now this is interesting. But then you wonder what Ted Bundy's out there. I mean, seriously, you kind of wonder if this is a Bundy moment, right? Why you got to hook me in like that? What do you want? And this guy wanted me to get on a plane and fly to wherever.
Really?
Yeah, he's going to promote me. I'm like, promote me here. I'm here. You know,
Yeah,
come
well, you
here.
don't have to be in person to be promoted.
No, exactly.
Give me a break.
I've had agents, I know. So I'm, and but I kind of went along. I knew, like, did women go along with it for whatever? Yeah, I was going along to see. I wanted to catch this, and I know how energy has been there before in different other
How's his anus?
acts. He's trying to access me some other ways.
It's in his 8th house or something, isn't it? You were wondering where I was going with that.
No, here's your derailment.
She calls
me.
it Uranus.
She's keeping me light. She's keeping me light because I'm trying to get a little serious over here.
Well, let me ask a question.
Yeah.
How much of that for y'all, for females, is the excitement of the pursuit? How much of it is you keep these things going because you enjoy the pursuit?
Well, I wasn't looking for being pursued. I was looking to see if this guy really could promote me in Europe.
Okay.
Now, so for me, once I had a whiff of this guy's a fraud, I just wanted to catch him. I wanted to say, really? You know, I just wanted to have that moment.
Right.
I can see women needing a little bit of attention, and they like the pursuit, and maybe they do ignore those signs because it feels so good to have some guy be like, you're everything, I love you, you're mine, all those other things. I do think women do maybe let it go on longer, and those people do get hurt because these people aren't genuine, they're not real. And this is why these shows are coming out, you know, because this is kind of a new phenomenon in the world. Yeah.
And the thing is, especially I think for women, and it doesn't matter if you're in your 20s or later on, you mentioned something earlier about wanting security.
Yep.
And so it's been around forever. If guys say the right things, girls can be like, oh,
This guy gets
he loves me. He
cares
knows
about
me, right? And they're all like, okay, that worked. So I'm going to keep going with that.
And to be fair to men, and you know, when I was growing up, this is I think 1200s, but men, how they got laid. Look, and by the way, boys chase girls to become men. That is the nature of how things work. They have a good line of bullshit. You know, they got good bullshit and they get laid more. So other guys pick up on this and go, well, I got to be a good liar. I love you, baby. I'll marry you, baby. You know, whatever guys have to say to get laid. I'm telling you, that is the motivator. And so, but again, when you're 15, 20, you're young men, you learn a good line and that gets you somewhere. All the lines we always heard, right?
Right. But why is it that some women fall for it, regardless if they know it's a line? Why do
they say what they want to hear, and those women are probably not hit on much. It's like, you know, oh my gosh, this is my dream. We all have a Cinderella dream. We all want to meet Prince Charming and get married and have him take care of us, white picket fence. You know, all that stuff we grew up wanting.
Or is it because some people just can't be alone?
They can't, and they don't think they'll get asked. You know, I had a cute lady in here yesterday, and she's never been married, and she's 40-something. Beautiful lady. Doesn't think she is. You know, she's got her history where she thinks she was unattractive, but she was smart. So she's lived in that world, you know.
Right.
And God bless her. But, you know, they settle because they're a little bit older, or they just haven't had success, or they had some failures early on. They think they're not lovable. And everybody's lovable. She's the most lovable female I've met in a long time because she's genuine, she's real, and she's got a huge, big heart. But she's the kind of gal that's going to get hurt. Because
and
she's
so
trusting.
I bet she feels, just speaking from women, but I bet she's feeling like because of her exterior, men aren't going to love and like her.
Well, and she hasn't worked on the exterior. Because she was told as a kid, look, you're not much of a body, but you're smart. You can work that brain. Who the hell ruins a kid that way?
Right.
I'm sorry. Who?
Right.
Parents. You don't know for your kids. You don't know when they're going to bloom. We're all ugly ducklings. You know, and then we kind of hit a peak and we kind of figure it out.
See, and that
But
whole
don't project
thing,
your crap
that
onto
whole
your
thing
kids.
just bugs because who's to say your opinion of beauty? You know what?
Right.
You're not this, so therefore,
Right.
there's a flavor for everyone.
Oh, I know.
right?
Well, and women especially, and I think men too. Oh, who was the actor? It was Kiefer Sutherland. No, his father. What's his dad's name? Sutherland. Mr. Sutherland, the older guy. Donald Sutherland. I was listening to him being interviewed about a month ago, and he was told by his mother, because he said, "Mom, am I good looking?" And she said, she dropped her head, and she looked at him and said, You have an interesting face," or something like that. I can't remember. I'm not saying it verbatim.
Unique.
But he was left with, "I'm not a good-looking man." Now, and then I look at his life and I think, what a remarkable human being. And just to hear him being interviewed, this guy is. I fell in love with him, and I look at him and think, he's not bad looking at all. He's definitely sexable, fuckable. But he's a good-looking guy. But I think for him, I was wondering if that really got out of the way for him. He just, I know I'm not good looking, but I'm a good actor. So
right.
So it worked for him. He made it work somehow for him. But I think women, we are, like I've had clients have breast issues or lumps taken out and stuff, and they feel disfigured. That we identify ourselves with our feminine body and our feminine looks and being pretty. I think women do have an identity around that. And men are so visual. Men are really visual. So if a woman is told, "You're not very pretty," even in the show Rocky, Adrian was told by her family, "You're not good looking, so you'd better get smart." And she's a gorgeous woman. But and this is just the theme. But right. I do think that there's definitely a debilitating handicap for females that do feel like they're not attractive. Because they've been told they're not attractive.
Because if you think about marketing, marketing is all about beauty.
It is.
And somebody, whoever decides what's sellable at that time, whatever body type it is, whatever hair color, haircut, that's what's, in, and that's what's considered beautiful, and that's where everybody goes.
That's it, for that theme.
Right. And even last night I'm at the gym, and it is a sea of people.
Well, New Year's resolutions.
That I've never seen. But you know what? I sat back and I looked and I thought, this is beautiful because everybody here has a goal.
Yeah. And
everybody here has some sort of hope.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To be better at for whatever that is.
That's right.
But I really, this is one thing I admire so much about you, Camille, is you are always encouraging women to be beautiful no matter what stage you're in.
As you are.
So, if the end journey is to be a certain size or not be a certain size.
Still work with what you got.
Gosh, don't wait until that journey ends.
And some women do. Some people do.
To ever feel.
Well, I was told by my mama, bless her soul, she's passed on, but she had a weight issue, and I think back in her era, Twiggy was it. So if you're curvy back then, and my mom was not a huge, heavy woman, but when she was looking at herself in the mirror, she's like, "I'm not Twiggy,"
Yeah.
But she would say to me, "Who's going to want you? You need to lose some weight. You're too fat.
Oh.
You can't get a job. You can't get a date. You're not going to get a date looking like that."
Wow.
So she would poke my stomach. I know. It's such child abuse, I'm telling you. I was so
It is.
I know, it's terrible. But, and it did bother me for years, I'll be honest. Because I always thought, that's where I went, well, I'm just going to be real smart. And I am one of the smartest women you're ever going to fucking meet. Just telling you that right now. So I will figure you out. That's just me. But, sorry, I digress into my little vanity. But I do feel like that stunted my growth. But it really pissed me off. I'm the kind of person where you say you can't, I'm like, I'll show you. And that's what my mother did to me. So that motivated me. I mean, back in the day, you could have put on my tombstone, I showed her.
Right.
I was so rebellious. But I have a date for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack. And I would show her, well, hey, all these men want me. I'm fuckable.
Right, right.
And I wasn't doing anything, but and these poor guys, I used them. I'm so sorry for those men I used. But I was in love.
She catfished you.
I didn't catfish at all. I was just having them.
No,
I was going.
I know.
They were thinking they were getting a boyfriend.
So Todd, I want to ask you this. So for a woman's point of view, we're always thinking about we have to visually, because men are visual, we have to visually be satisfying and look good and blah blah blah. What does a guy think? I mean, are y'all thinking like, oh, I gotta have muscle or I gotta have hair or what? I mean.
Well, I think the beauty of our life now, I think it's an age-related question. I think where we're at, like I'm late 40s, I think it's more about who you are as a person now.
Yeah.
I have found, because, on my best day, I'm maybe a 6, right, as I sit here today.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, whatever. No, but I own that, right? I
Okay.
know what I am, and I know what I bring to the table.
Okay.
So so for,
But a 6 in some way, but not. But you are.
Are
the
you just talking about
funniest.
6
I'm
like
talking,
physically?
Okay,
I'm talking
okay.
when you're swiping, you know, I am
Okay,
not, I am
okay.
not the one, and that's
So
fine.
in that category, okay, got.
I know who I am.
Yeah, and I'm. You know, this is a 12, and I'm probably a 6 over here.
You know what I'm saying? So for me,
His body, yeah.
it's I know what I bring to the table, and it's what I have been told is it's the confidence and it's the self-awareness that is the
right.
attraction.
Agreed.
Knowing what you're dealing with.
Oh, your capacity to love and have compassion and listen.
Yeah, and what I've found, and Gretchen, you and I have talked about this, is I used to only look for 12s. That was my thing. Get a 12, and I'll deal with all the bullshit.
Well, 12.
How long did that last?
3 dates. You know, like oh, gee, I'm not ready. We're
I've
gonna.
heard this story. Have I heard this story?
Yeah, it just we're not going to deal with that anymore. And what I
Right.
found is I am matriculating to. I want
Did you
somebody.
just say matriculating?
He's
I
matriculating.
said matriculating.
Matriculate.
Matriculating.
I have
Good word.
matriculated to I want somebody that I can sit in a room with and not start looking at my watch. When
Yeah.
can I get the hell out of here?
Yep.
And that is becoming harder and harder to find because
Correct.
what I've realized is the world we live in is swipe and looks
And the gadget.
and I do this and I do that and look at this and I'm great like this and we all have those people in our lives where their online life, wow, you're unbelievable.
Right. Yeah.
But wait a minute, I know who you really are.
Right.
You know, and more people than not are living that, you know, that fake sort of look how awesome I am.
And I think, and I wonder if all of that fake is because there's such a competition online.
No doubt.
So please
No
notice
doubt.
me, so I have to put the best picture, or I have to, I mean, the one that you sent us where the girl was like, I'm really a psychotic serial killer. That was hilarious to me.
Yes. Yeah.
And she's mocking, you know, the social media world. I got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I mean, but to
hilarious.
me it was just like, okay, you know, the guy that catfished me, every picture of him was amazing. You know,
Oh,
that
that
after a
says
while
something,
you just
yeah.
go,
They can all be amazing.
You know who my favorite people in the world now are? And I've
Us?
worked,
Is that-
well, duh. But, and we all have these people in our lives
Yeah.
that for whatever reason, they don't give a shit
Yeah,
what
I like
you
that
think.
too. I like that
Like,
too.
this is who I am. You know, some are assholes. Some,
Yeah.
But the
That's why
fact
Simon Cowell was so popular, by the way.
they
yeah.
know who they are, they don't apologize for it, and they live that life.
Yeah.
This is who I am. Those are my favorite people in the world because
Right.
I agree.
I'm not cutting through any shit with them. I know exactly where I stand with
Yeah.
them. I know exactly what they're about, and if they don't like something about me, they have no problem telling me. And I really respect that because of all the bullshit we deal with on a daily basis of, hey, look at me, and hey, look at me, and God knows I was married to that for long enough. Hey, look at me, look how great I am, look what I'm doing, blah 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 blah. You know, can't go to Costco looking like this, got to go like this, and that all that bullshit. I have found myself going towards the people who, this is who I am. I don't apologize for it. If you don't like it, that's a you problem.
Yep. I
okay,
love
but with that thought, and I
Yeah.
love all of that, let me ask you this from a male's point of view. While, and we've heard this over the years, while a lot of men will say, I just like a natural woman, I just like somebody that doesn't have to get dressed up to go to Costco. Okay, so then you get a woman that goes, okay, he's completely good with me just being all natural.
My freckles and all.
But then, oh, I'm just talking about, I mean, not even stuff God gave you, just, you know, I'm not going to fix my hair and put lashes on or whatever. And then all of a sudden you're out in public and a hot woman that is all dolled up walks by and you turn and notice her. Do you, not you, Todd, but what that does to the woman after the guy said, I love you just being all natural, but now that caught my attention.
Yeah.
Then she's like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Now I'm not good enough.
I would say that that's a pretty broad jump, just because a head swings because you notice somebody.
From a woman, it's
Doesn't
not,
mean- well,
though.
some women will take that personal. No.
I would say it depends on your relationship.
Okay, I
Now,
agree. Yeah, agreed.
if you and I are in a relationship, and you have no doubts how I feel about you, me swinging my head shouldn't affect you.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me looking at something shiny driving by.
Well,
I drive a nice car, but there goes a Lamborghini.
Right.
You know, that's
Damn,
a
that looks
Lamborghini.
fast. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that's a bigger statement on how your relationship is.
Agreed.
Because if you and I are in the pocket, and you know without a doubt where you and I are,
You take a bullet for her.
that won't bother you.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Nor will it bother me that you're online and Brad Pitt pops up and you're like, oh, jeez, he's on my list. You know, like.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, I think the difference between somebody like Brad Pitt is that's not attainable. You know, I mean, that's
It is
never
for you.
No. I'm just
But-
saying, like,
Well, that's style. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
that look.
But for and I'm only saying this because I was in this relationship, right? You're my everything. You're this. You're that. You're la la la. And then all of a sudden, it's like, hang on a second. Now, I'm into porn and I'm looking at other women, but you're still all my everything. Well, you're left kind of going.
Yeah, but
what does that mean?
and I'm going to say I think, okay, so here's some real moment for you, okay? I'm going to coach you for a second. You all right with that?
Jesus is
Okay,
coming.
you better, hey?
Seatbelts on.
Well, no, I do think, you know, your relationship was destructive. And that was the intent behind the looking or the porn. You're dealing with a pathology here, okay? This guy's got a kink, he's got a perversion, and there's a problem, just flat out. So,
Right.
and that endured too long. But I do think, and your intention in that relationship was all in. You were 100%.
Right.
When you've got anybody that's playing you, or they have a secret, or there's another agenda for being with you, you know, and it ain't just for love. That person destroys your self-esteem so that now you're over here focusing on your problem instead of really being in a relationship. You weren't in a relationship.
Right.
You were
Right.
used. You were just used by somebody, okay? And the truth is, honey, you're the woman. When you go to Costco or you go to Smith's or you go anywhere, you walk out of my office, men are all, what? Look at that. She's stopping traffic. I heard that. I'm not shitting you. I'm not shitting you. Now, and isn't this blowing your mind, y'all? I mean, we got 12 going on over here, and this is something that she's still working on. Love you. Okay, I love you. I'm saying that of love. But I'm telling you something. You are the woman that every guy's going to look at and dream about. You are the fast car. Okay, you are the Lamborghini. And this is where beauty becomes a liability, because what you want is real love. What you want is someone to get you and not need you to continue to do all this, right? This is going to happen anyway because you're gorgeous. You're naturally pretty. With or without whatever you got going on, you have that inner beauty and you have the outer beauty. But you're looking for a man to get all of you, not just the outside of you, the fuckable part of you. That's not what you're after. But again, because men are so visual, they will, you know, try to just, they hit on you for that reason only. So you have, your view of men is tainted. You do have guys, all they want is the physical.
You know, it's funny. I just had this guy. We were talking as a business associate,
Yeah.
and he was asking me about my religious preference, and was kind of steering in the direction that, you know, he was hoping. And I think he's married, but he was hoping I was the same religion as he was. And I said to him, you know what? I'm just not interested, simply for the very fact of how many married men have come to my door
There you go.
in the middle of the night
From
while
that
their wife
religion.
is asleep, thinking
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah, thinking that fast car.
And yet I
Steph,
think about the whole thing and I think, what was
Yeah.
in that for me?
Not a damn thing.
one thing.
But but like he said earlier, a guy sees that fast car, oh, I just want to take that for a spin. Now, I'm sorry, that is you. Now, and that's not you. I know you. That's not you. You would never do that. You have a lot of class and high morals, okay? And you don't have to. The truth is, you can get away with stuff, but you don't, okay? But people will see what you post online or whatever, and they're thinking, oh, maybe she's that fast car. You're not. But they don't know who they're dealing with. There's a whole person behind this beauty. So.
But from
that,
a guy's point of view,
they see fast car.
and I'm not saying, Todd, this is you. You're a man, so I'm just
Chime in,
asking
dude.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they look at her and see fast car?
No, I'm not asking.
But you know they do. Can you get that?
But here's my big gripe is
You're doing that too, by the way. You saw that? Okay.
in the name of religion.
It's contagious.
We gotta lighten it up, y'all. Keep on going, Gretchen. Sorry. In the name of in the name of Jesus.
This just feels good.
Leave them there.
Evil spirit, leave the bosom of this woman.
I loved Gretchen. I love her. Okay. Continue on. This is a therapy moment. Keep on going.
You know what? I mean, I'll just give you an example. When I lived in a different neighborhood where my children were raised,
Yeah.
and was in this neighborhood for the majority of my marriage, right?
Yeah.
And going through the divorce, I had a neighbor come over with the Sunday school manual wanting to get some advice.
Oh, really? Interesting.
So, and the time that he came over was ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, I don't care this had nothing to do with the church or the religion that he was from.
No.
But why are you using that tool? You think I'm that dumb?
Yep.
And where's your wife? Oh, she's asleep. So
Wow.
it's okay that you look across the street and you see my light on. So now I'm going to come over with my Sunday school manual and go, can you help me with chapter 2?
That's catfishing with the Sunday school manual.
Did it work?
No.
I'm just asking. No, but here's the trap.
But let me back up before you even go there. I think the reason why the man thought it was okay is because he had come over at one point and took the pump out of my sprinkler system.
Oh.
So now it's like,
Oh,
I wasn't just doing something nice for you.
You're entitled
Now
to.
you owe me a little
No,
extra.
I think the point is he had no idea what to do.
Yeah,
He just thought he could try something.
right.
And
That's
that-
true.
And that goes back to the
So you see the Sunday school manual on the coffee table, you're like, let's give that a try.
I think that goes
Try to
back
add
to the
credibility.
earlier, like, we don't know how to talk to each other.
Yeah,
We
I
don't.
agreed.
We don't know how to communicate.
He shouldn't know how to talk when you're married and then you're showing up at
But that's
somebody's
my
door at
point.
11 something at night.
That's my
I'm with
point.
you.
The
I'm with
edges
you.
are gone. There's no, there are no edges anymore. And we can talk about my
right.
situation.
That's right.
You know, codes are broken all the time. Things you're not supposed to do,
Yeah,
Right.
they're getting
people
done.
are doing,
That's right.
and with very little accountability. So the world.
And
we
do you
live-
think it's because people think as long as I'm not caught, it's okay? So again, the integrity is gone.
Absolutely.
I think we're in a world with zero accountability.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's begun though, because again, Jupiter and Scorpio is sexual
starting
healing all
now.
year long,
Yeah.
and we are seeing, some leaders topple. It's going to continue big
Yeah.
time this year.
Yeah.
But this, and this is not your fault that men do this, okay? But you are the look, and you were born with a look, whether you hid that, whether you were a gunny sack or not. You are the look of what they want to be with. And I agree, and this is what I'm saying. You don't know her; she's not like that. But they think that's going to be a fast car, and she's not a fast car. You are
Oh
the most.
gosh, no.
She's the most humble,
I'm
down
a
to
really
earth.
low battery moped.
But here's the problem.
But you're real,
As a
and
guy,
you're looking for real.
Here's the problem. And
Because they're visual, it hooks you there.
more visual, but so I watch a Miss USA or a Miss Universe or a Miss America, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't really know who you are at the end of that.
Right.
Because I get to hear you sing a song, or play, a Star Wars theme on a trumpet, or
That's the other pageant, by the way, not
whatever-
me.
You know what I'm saying? And
My
then
talents are hidden. We talked about
and
that.
then you come out in a bathing suit,
Yeah.
and
He's selling it.
you are presented to me as this
Sex
is
symbol.
as good as I can look. Like I am dialed in right now, and check me out. I am Miss USA. And so
And it is all physical, right?
absolutely, in my opinion, it is.
No, I'm with you there. I get
It's, and so I can't. You are presented to me as this unattainable, fast car. I don't get to know you.
Right.
I know you now, and I agree
Right.
with everything Camille's saying.
Right.
But it's a trap, right? Because it's afforded you so many luxuries in your life. It's given you so many wonderful things, but it's also made it very difficult
It's funny because when I was
a liability,
married,
in a lot of ways. Yeah.
when I was married, at first the attraction, I don't know this for sure, but I feel like, oh my gosh, you're an accomplished person. And then it became the weapon.
Yep.
Right.
Then it became you're my threat.
Yeah.
Because
I
there's
don't
an
like
agenda
you
going
not
on.
having are you getting
Yeah.
attention that I'm not?
Yeah.
I don't like that people may be wanting to be my friend because of you. I mean,
Yeah.
it was all his insecurities going, wow.
Yeah, because you were getting attention.
Oh, and I'm guessing, and we've never talked about this, that before you open your mouth, women hate you.
Absolutely.
Before you even say a word,
Women are haters.
you put 10 women in line, probably 9 of them don't like you, and they probably can't explain why.
It's
But-
not funny. I was just having this conversation with my 16-year-old driving here, and she was saying, Mom, I go to a party or I go, to lunch with a group of people, and these girls are so mean to me, and I haven't done anything.
But they're jealous. They're jealous.
And as a mother, I'm like, oh, honey, this is how it is, and this is how I grow. But I do feel the older we get and the more we talk, I think there's a time where women are very competitive with each other. And then I think there's a time like now,
Hopefully we lose that.
I think now people are like, oh, hang on, let's just be friends. Like, I need some friends.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I have definitely experienced that. I have been in situations, especially, I have to be very careful with work environments because I'm not comfortable even going to a lunch meeting
Alone with a man.
because I don't want the wife to think. Remember my
I
other
remember. I
business
know exactly
associate? And
what you're
I was
talking
like, bring your wife, bring your wife, bring your wife. Never did, never did, never did.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
And
know.
I was always like, let's just be on the upfront. I want her to know who I am. I want her to know that my intentions are not after her husband.
Yep. And that's never you, ever.
No.
I know. But that's
But guess what she's thinking?
Yeah, he wants her.
Holy shit.
Right.
He's out with Miss USA. I've seen her
Right.
pictures. It is unfair how she looks. This is, if it's going to happen.
Seriously, y'all remember, I sleep with a bra that's ugly. I have 2 dogs in my bed.
And no matter what you say, everybody in watching.
I wake up.
They're going.
I got drool dried on my face.
No, you're a human being. You're real. You're a human being. One of my best friends on the planet. Okay?
I love you.
I love you too. And that's because you are who you are. You know, I don't want to just be seen as a pretty face or big tits. You know, I had a reduction when I was in my 30s. I'll be honest. I got sick of going, I'm up here.
Right.
You know, and I was a paralegal working in law
God,
offices.
that is a reduction.
I've had a can you imagine?
Mind blown.
When I had my son, my boobs, I couldn't put my arms down, they were so
Yeah.
damn big, and they were bigger than my head. One of them was bigger than my head.
How do you know that?
Because I was like looking and going,
How do you do either get it up there or
yeah,
get that
no,
down there?
I'm comparison the globe, but I'm like, that's smarter than my brain. That's where my brain is. I could just see it was
Yeah.
bigger than my head.
Listen, if
That's
y'all,
why I had a reduction,
Did you
y'all.
get engorged?
Oh Lord.
I just wanted a chainsaw, just cut him off.
Oh my God, it was awful, and the pain. It's painful.
Oh, you don't even know.
No.
Oh, holy hell! Like even the air conditioner comes on, you're like, ow, ow, yeah, because every movement, every
That nerve
inhale.
ending.
And to me, you know, my first baby, I didn't know that she's pacifying. She wasn't even getting any damn milk out, right? And I'm like, she fell asleep, and I'm
Counting on you.
dying. Holy hell!
We learned after
Right.
the first one, poor things. That's why they're so messed up as oldest children, but I'm kidding. But when I had this reduction, because I did want to be taken seriously, and I used to want gray hair. I used to think, I'm
know,
gonna,
you told me
I'm gonna
that.
wear glasses and gray hair, so
yeah.
I'm taken seriously. I was a farm girl working around all men, Hispanic men. You know, my dad hired these migrant workers, and then my dad and his brother and all these guys. And again, I'm a booby blonde, you know, and so I was seen as, that's how I
When
felt.
did you first start growing boobies?
Oh gosh, I was 10. I mean,
Really?
seriously, yeah. We're farm stock, y'all. I mean, I was seriously.
We're
no,
going to
I
be getting emails from Provo
I
farm
have-
people.
I have a high amount of muscle on my body, and I was
Listen,
developed.
if you were single, would you be on farmersonly.com?
Absolutely. I love farmers. You know, I love good old boys.
I'm going to sign up just so we can, because Christian Mingle isn't working. So I'm going to get on Farmers
Plenty of
Only.
fish.
Farmers
Yeah.
only. You know what I think? Here's my image of farmers only. I don't know, but I would think these are men that they're like Captain Call. Think about. Did you watch Lonesome Dove over the weekend? Oh my God!
No, but I love me some
love
Sam
Lonesome-
Elliott.
Oh, he's not on that, is he? But
Yes.
you know, Captain Call in that, you know, is in Lonesome Dove. You know, I just love that old-fashioned, by his word, cantankerous,
See,
curmudgeon-y.
she's thinking
know.
that's what is all on
That's
Farmers
it.
Only.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'd be looking at, is that Captain Call. So, because that's again that's my type of guy. You know, I want someone I can count on, I can lean on. I know I can just be a girl around. He might look at me and go,
Right.
I don't know what you're going with your girl, but you know, he's not going to be. I can't play him. I can't manipulate him. But he is his word. I trust that. There's security for me with that.
Yeah.
And that my dad was like that. My grandpa. I grew up on the farm with these men. But
Right.
again, in that good old boy organization back in the day, women were seen as less than. I couldn't wear shorts. I could wear sleeveless, but I had to wear Levi's and cowboy boots. Oh yes, I had a cowboy hat, and I still do somewhere in here. I saved it. Remember?
Probably pink.
No, it's actually silver. It's pretty though. But I look cute in it. I look cute in a cowboy hat. But I grew up really. I was just not as credible because I was a female. And you know, my grandpa was terrified of those Mexican guys hitting on us, and sure they did. They put cherries on the seat, so I'd sit there and get my butt all red. I caught him every time. But oh my gosh, one time this Mexican guy was after me and my grandpa.
I'm afraid we're going to get some.
Well, migrant worker. Sorry. I mean, hey, I like Latin men. I think they're beautiful. I have no problem with that. I'm not bashing on Hispanics. Trust me. But this one of these guys was after me, and my grandpa went to town on him. He beat the shit out of him.
Wow.
And he fired him. He threw him off the farm. Don't you ever come back.
Good
he
for
made
him.
a lesson out of that boy. Yeah.
Did
But
he have to
I
go to
grew up-
court?
No, he just went back to Mexico.
Was he able to? No.
But my point was, I really wanted to be known for my works and my smarts. My dad's value system was, you know, because I go out with these good-looking guys. This one, his name was Varlin. really, really good looking guy in high school, right? And I'm like,
Did you
Dad.
see that?
He was really,
Gretchen, did you see
The guy
that?
was gorgeous, right? He was gorgeous. And I was in high school. It was one of my, like a big dance,
Did you
right?
see that?
And he asked me out. And my dad looked at me and says, he nothing. He puts his pants on one leg at a time like I do. You know, you couldn't impress my dad. He was not impressionable like that.
Yeah.
People that looked good or had a car, he said, does he work? You know, that was his thing. So I worked my ass off to that, and the last thing my dad said to me before he passed away was, Kimmy, I'm proud of you. I never had to worry about you. You're a hard worker. Mm-hmm. Now that's the highest compliment I ever got from my father. Not, you're so pretty, or, you know, I'm a workaholic, true, honestly. I'm here till 10 o'clock last night. I worked my ass off. But I want to be known for my works and for my intelligence, not just for my tits and face. That's all got to be a little bit, but anyway. So we'll go back. Let's get back to normal.
We've been doing this an hour. We gotta go.
Oh, look how we get carried
gotta go.
away.
We haven't even gotten funny yet.
Oh, we've had fun. But are you okay with your little therapy session?
Oh.
You making sure you're okay?
Oh yeah, I didn't know this about me, but
It's all about-
it
it is
well,
all about
I'm
Gretchen.
just here to tell you, if you're online and somebody's liking your stuff more than
Video.
get a video or ask for some like crazy picture.
True that.
Stand on your head right now and take a picture.
Yeah.
I don't know, just come up with something, and if they do it and they comply like that,
Hold the newspaper
Okay,
next to
good.
your face and let me see if it's really you. Yeah, something like that.
something, yeah.
Get verification you're dealing with who you're dealing with. Don't waste your time, y'all. We love you.
Okay,
Happy New Year.
so we'll be back. Trust me, you
Oh.
do not have
just getting
2018
warmed
to be
up.
alone.
Yeah.
Because we are here for that bumpy ride the
We're
whole
gonna
time.
help you.
You know what's so fun, real quick, what's so fun, I love reading on these posts about people, is they had the same feelings at 2017.
Yeah, I know. It's the same kind of thing. But look at the hope we all have.
Same excitement, same new chapter, same new book, all of that. And it's right here, it's a gift.
It's true. Continue to send us your comments and post, like, smile, share. Please like our page, share our page. We are also on Facebook, Shock Talking with Gretchen and Camille.
Yep.
But just be part of our world. Thanks for being in our
Yeah,
family.
goodbye.
Bye. 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 Bye.